Hi, Dr. Drake here. If your baby is crying more than 3 hours every day and can't be comforted, they are very likely suffering from colic, which is experienced by about 25% of infants and new families. Colic is not just a common fussiness that infants outgrow, and it's not just an upset stomach, gas pains, food intolerances, or tongue and lip ties. But most often, its real root cause is a deeper neurological imbalance and dysfunction that disrupts everything from sleeping, soothing, digestion, and more for these little ones. This video is for parents seeking answers beyond waiting it out or letting their little one cry it out. We'll explore colic's root causes and a drug-free solution. If you've been told by your pediatrician, don't worry, they'll grow out of it, but deep down you know something more is going on, then this video is for you. We'll explain how colic originates from something called subluxation and vagus nerve dysfunction, not simply gas pains or food sensitivities. And most importantly, we'll walk you through exactly how so many families have found relief for their little ones through neurologically focused pediatric chiropractic care. For Maddox and his sweet family, this was their initial reality. Mom says, prior to finding you, my husband and I felt so horrible not being able to console our newborn son. We knew something was not right. However, no amount of comforting and consoling was making any difference. We tried everything you could think of, from paced bottle feeding, feeding upright, feeding smaller amounts at one time, keeping him upright after he feeds, gas drops, and burping routines with no avail. But being the most incredible and loving family that they are, they never stopped searching for real answers to help their beautiful little boy. That's when they found pediatric chiropractic, and everything changed. They brought Maddox in to get his neurological scans, and they finally got answers. Mom said, both my husband and I were very intrigued about his results. We were so grateful that they sat down with us and took the time to explain the correlation of his scans with both the birth he had as well as the symptoms he was experiencing. And here's where that nightmare turns into an absolute dream. Within 3 to 4 visits, they noticed a big change in Maddox. And as they continued with consistent care, he is no longer colicky. His parents say Maddox is so much more comfortable, which leads us to feel more confident in his care. He is such a happy baby, and we often get complimented about how great of a baby he is. We are able to enjoy our son and play with him, knowing he is comfortable and thriving. We are so very blessed. Colic affects 1 in 4 infants, involving crying bouts surpassing 3 hours a day without any relief from traditional soothing techniques. While often attributed merely to gas, stomach problems, tongue ties, or food sensitivities, when we look deeper with our in-depth neurological exam, we most often find a foundational neurological imbalance and dysfunction that then interferes with the infant's digestion, immune system, and even tone or tension of the muscles and ligaments. The origins of this neurological dysfunction and the real root causes of colic may actually be traced all the way back to pregnancy. Maternal inflammation or a high-stress pregnancy can shift a baby's nervous system to get stuck in fight or flight mode, a phenomenon called dysautonomia, which then alters things like sleep and digestion. This sets the stage for the development of something called subluxation, areas of misalignment, tension, and neurological interference originating from physical stress and trauma often placed on a child's neck and middle back during childbirth interventions such as forceps, vacuum extraction, or C-section. The upper neck and mid-back area also house and protect a very important nerve called the vagus nerve, which is primarily responsible for the infant's ability to sleep, calm, relax, regulate, digest, and so much more. When you put all this together, it leaves the child's nervous system stuck in sympathetic fight or flight overdrive, shutting down their digestion, leaving them stiff and tense, and interfering with their ability to fall asleep, stay asleep, and be soothed. While conventional pediatricians continue to tell parents colic is normal and something most infants will grow out of, we continue to see unresolved colic grow into other conditions and health challenges such as constipation, chronic ear infections, sensory processing disorder, developmental delays, and more. The key to finding the real root cause of colic is specialized care protocol that begins by using advanced technology called the insight scans to accurately assess nervous system function, locate regions of dysfunction and subluxation, and help us build an exact care plan and adjustment approach for your child. Once we have these scans and our exam completed, we can then begin to deliver safe and gentle, neurologically focused adjustments to restore proper nervous system function, activate the vagus nerve, and calm the wound up and tense digestive system. If you're fed up, fully worn out, and ready to uncover real answers about what's causing your child's colic, click the link below to schedule a new patient consult and exam for your baby at Innate Family Chiropractic. Discover the breakthrough approach, bringing results for colic when everything else has failed. Ask any questions or leave a comment below or send us a DM. Secondly, please share with other parents, family, Facebook groups who need to hear this. Thanks.